Guys, this is RVR Show from 13, aka Ryan, and today I'm doing a quick video to let everybody know that new Ghostface is finally in the editing process. I would say post-production, but this is nonprofit, so I don't know what to call that. Do I still call it post-production, or do I call it editing process? You know, what is the more correct term for it? I'm really excited to put this movie together. I started editing it at midnight one because I said I'm not going to begin editing this movie until July 24th because I wanted to, after I completed filming New Ghostface back in October. I knew that I had to do reshoots, add in scenes that may have taken until April or May. I knew that. Another thing was I wanted to make another fan film, even though I just completed filming one. I wanted to have two fan films ready to go for my channel. So like when I'm finished editing New Ghostface, I immediately already have another fan film, Rise of Elm Street, to edit, and can release two fan films to you guys in a short amount of time rather than waiting, 6 months or a year for the next fan film. And I quickly just wanted to wish my sister a happy birthday. This is her 27th birthday. I have to, Cassidy. Um, she played Sydney in my Scream fan films, and she will be in New Ghostface. And she was in Halloween November 1st, Halloween November 2nd, Confession, a Twilight fan short, and Halloween New Blood. Oh, and The Devil Servants. So my sister has been in a lot of my movies, fan films, not fan films. She was my co-director. Only time I ever had a co-director was Halloween New Blood. So she co-directed that movie. She's a big part of why that film turned out so well. She's helped me in so many ways with my films throughout all the years, in these 15 years. She's helped me so much with the music of my films, mainly. She's helped me with sound editing, certain parts of editing that I was inexperienced of or didn't know or just couldn't do it, and she's there. So I just have to give a shout out to my sister Cass and to wish her happy birthday because a lot of this would not be possible without her. So yeah, happy birthday, Cass. I love you. So yeah, I filmed Rise of Elm Street from the end of March to the end of June. There was one reshoot that I needed to do, but I got that done right at the beginning of July, July 1st. So it was right before I went on vacation. So I'm done. Like the whole filming process for both movies. It's all I have all the footage. I'm just in the editing room now. Now it's cutting the films, and nervous but excited because when you put a film together, then when you put a film together, you realize what works, what doesn't work, what takes that you thought maybe would have been good but doesn't, and etc. I've gone through the footage throughout the months, but it's definitely a process. It's an interesting fan film to edit because it's different from all my other Scream fan films. This is a very different structure, setup, style, but it's very Scream. It tributes all the Scream movies. It tributes many horror films, many movies. Meta element to it, but it's still an intense, scary story at the same time. But it's my most meta, my most Scream out of all my Scream fan films. So any of my subscribers that wish that I would have made just, a Scream fan film in terms of it just being just like the Scream movies, this is your wish come true here. It's still going to have my take on it, but at the same time, it's going to be the most Wes Craven, the most Scream out of all of them. And it was really fun to film back in September and October. I didn't think about making the movie until the premiere of Insane Cage of Madness Part 2 back in April. Carla was talking to me and Liam was talking to me about doing another movie, and I'm like, oh, you guys want to do another movie? I'm like, all right. I went ahead and thought in my mind, what do I really want to make next? And before I'd move on from fan films and focus on my own original filmmaking, my own original art. I wanted to do at least 1 to 2 more fan films and go out with a bang with the horror fan films, 2 horror fan films. Uh, and so I decided to do New Ghostface, which is my new nightmare to my Scream fan films. You guys will get the whole reference when you guys see the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer as well that just came out. I was putting together that trailer for quite a while, and also writing scripts for future projects as well. So I gave myself time throughout the months to do other things. Uh, so now, by this time, I'm ready to cut this film and get it out for you guys for December. I very well could possibly get this film done sooner than I expected, which means you guys will see then more promotional stuff for the movie, more behind the scenes stuff, or another more maybe another trailer. Just depends on where it's going to go, and I might be able to start editing Rise of Elm Street before the beginning of next year, depending on how the editing process goes with this film. So, I want to show you guys the 2 Scream masks, Ghostface masks used. This one was from The Haunting of a Ghostface, by the way, right here. This one is really, really old, and I got this at Goodwill back in 2010, and that's so it's definitely memorable for me because this was The Haunting of a Ghostface mask. And even in the Destiny films, this mask served an importance. But this one, I used this mask for the first time in Revenge of a Ghostface. So both masks are in the new Ghostface. So it's pretty exciting. Both masks make an appearance, and it's for story. It's not for, oh, this is cool that he, she, they are wearing this Ghostface mask. It's cool to see how the masks connect to the storyline. It's strictly story. Why there's 2 masks? It's not just for, oh look, more than one Ghostface mask. No, this was it's because of the storyline. It fits the storyline, and you guys will see that when you see the film. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the trailer that just came out. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the whole summer and fall of this movie. Guarantee you there will be at least a final trailer. I plan to put together a gag reel, like bloopers, behind the scenes stuff as much as I can. It's hard to get behind the scenes stuff when you're very low budget. You can't just pay actors to sit down in some room and interview them, and have all these questions written out. It's very difficult to get interviews from actors. But if I'm able to do that, then of course I will put together some sort of behind the scenes thing. Another thing also is this year will mark 15 years since I created my YouTube channel, so it's a big deal, 15 years. So I want to release something this year that is a tribute to my channel, because October 14th is when it marks 15 years of my channel. Now, could I have released New Ghostface October 14th? Of course I could have. But I am a big fan of that December release for Scream movies or even Scream fan films. I just love that. I have yet to still experience a Scream movie in December. Scream 5 was January, and Scream 6 was March. So that was a spring release like Scream 4. I've never experienced a December release of a Scream film. So I think it would be smart, though, because the first 2 made so much money. Those came out in December. So I hope that the next Scream movie gets a December release. And if not, I hope it comes out on Halloween. We finally get an October Halloween Scream film. That would be really exciting as well. We'll see. Keep you guys updated on what's going on with the movie. And I will talk about Scream 7 on this channel. It's just there's a lot going on with that film, and it's very mixed. It's kind of the fans are divided with this film, and I don't really want to talk about it really until I find the right words to use to talk about the Scream 7 situation. But I will say It will be interesting to see Kevin Williamson's direction, because he hasn't. I've never seen anything that he's directed. Personally, this is my own opinion of what they should have done in terms of writers and directors of the new situation with Scream 7, the new situation they're in. Is have Kevin Williamson be the main producer, or one of the main producers, which I assumed he was on the last two movies, but make him a main producer, and make him the main screenwriter of the entire film. Have him write the whole script. He that's his greatest talent. Everything is his writing. You know, Scream 2. Even his rough draft of Scream 4, that was changed. When they filmed Scream 4, but without his writing, his writing is Scream. And I much rather prefer Kevin Williamson write a new script, fresh new script, and he finalizes it, and every single new draft is upon his, and then the filming script is his as well. I would have loved that, and for them to get a director in there that I personally would not have minded Patrick Lussier. I know he did My Bloody Valentine remake. But the thing is, Patrick Lussier has a bigger directing record than Kevin Williamson. Also, Patrick Lussier edited the first 3 Scream films. Remember that as well. So not only did he edit the first 3 Scream movies, he has directed Dracula. Was that Dracula 2000, I believe? Then My Bloody Valentine. He's directed certain horror films, and so he has an experience. And then one of his biggest experiences is he directed the Scream show. He directed one of the best episodes of the show, which was in season 2, episode 12, When a Stranger Calls, which had one of the best killer reveals ever. The whole Ghostface, that whole twist in that episode. Anybody that hasn't seen the show, I can't spoil it, but anybody who's seen that episode knows what I'm talking about, that we've never seen that before, with how that episode ended, with what happened to the killer. And Patrick Lussier did a great directing job on that episode, in my opinion, and that killer reveal, and the music he put in there, and everything. He definitely. I would love if Ken Williamson wrote it, the whole script, produced it, and then you get Patrick Lussier in there to direct it, and then you have like his whole supervision, as a director, because he has a full editing experience of those first 3 Scream movies. He could even be a co-editor in post-production, and then you get a couple other editors in there, and he cut the film that really connects to the original movies, really feels like that, but then also, modernized at the same time. I just feel like that would make more sense. But that's me. Everybody, has their own opinion of where this movie should go and who should write and direct it. But that's my personal opinion. I find it odd that the writers of 5 and 6 are writing this, and then Kevin Williamson's going to be directing the whole film. And so if they can get Patrick Lussier to edit the movie, I think that would be really great. And if they can get Marco Beltrami back to score the film, because if they want to go back to Sydney and her story, then I want that original style of Scream from the original movie and Scream 2. I want them to go back to that, especially if Kevin Williamson is directing it. I hope he brings back that style that the first 2 films had. But we'll see where it goes, and I'll talk more about Scream 7 in the future. But for me, it's still too soon to really talk about it. So, but thank you guys for watching this video, and let me update you guys about new Ghostface. The editing process has begun, and I will talk to y'all very soon. All right, peace.